He walked on the moon and barely talked about it. No book tours, no shoe deals, just a quiet guy from Ohio who made history, and then went right back to being, well, quiet. Neil Armstrong didn't chase the spotlight. He chased the sky, wings, altitude, that thin blue line between Earth and everything else. You build model planes in your garage. You get your pilot's license before your driver's license. You fly fighter jets off aircraft carriers, while your classmates are just trying to parallel park. You test planes that barely want to stay in the air. Some rattle. Some explode. You just take notes and ask for another one. Then one day, NASA taps you on the shoulder and says, "Hey, want to walk on the moon?" And instead of freaking out, you shrug and go, "Sure." Like they asked if you wanted a refill on your soda. You climb into Apollo 11, a skyscraper of fire and hope, with less computing power than a pocket calculator. It's hot. It's loud. And it's got enough fuel to take you to space, or blow a hole in Florida. The countdown begins. 5, 4, 3, 2, ignition. The earth shakes. Your seat vibrates like it's trying to eject you. You're hurled into the sky on top of a controlled explosion. And just like that, you leave the planet behind. You float in silence. Everything slows down. Then the view out the window shifts. Earth is no longer below you. It's just there. A glowing marble, spinning quietly in the dark. You coast toward the moon. 3 guys. 1 goal. No margin for error. 4 days later, you're orbiting the moon. You and Buzz separate in the lander, the Eagle, a cramped tin can with landing legs, and exactly 1 good shot at touching down. Descent begins. You're aiming for a smooth, flat patch, but instead, you see boulders. Everywhere. The computer starts flashing alarms. It wants to abort. You don't. You take manual control. Steer the thing by hand like you're parking a forklift on a cliff edge. Fuel's running out. Mission control goes quiet. 60 seconds, still hovering. 30 seconds, still looking. Then, a puff of dust. Contact light. Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed. The room back home erupts. You just exhale and start prepping the next step. You open the hatch, crawl out sideways, because the exit wasn't exactly built for elegance. You descend the ladder 1 careful rung at a time, boot to dust. 1 small step for man, 1 giant leap for mankind. Boom! The whole world freezes and cheers. But the job's not done. Your suit's heating up. Moon dust sticks to everything. There's no sound, no wind, no margin for mistakes. You collect rocks, snap photos, plant the flag, which, by the way, keeps trying to fall over. You bounce walk across the surface like a slow-motion dream. And through it all, your heart rate barely changes. Because cool is part of the uniform. You leave the moon, dock back with the command module, and begin the trip home. You re-enter Earth's atmosphere inside what is basically a glorified metal capsule. It heats up to 5,000 degrees. There's radio silence, then a splash. Pacific Ocean. July 24th, 1969. Mission complete. They pick you up in a helicopter, drop you in quarantine just in case you caught a moon virus. Then the circus begins. Parades, interviews, people naming their dogs after you. You smile, you wave, you thank everyone. And then, you go home. Buy a farm. Teach engineering. Mow your lawn. Because the mission is over. And you were never in it for the spotlight. You were the first person to walk on another world. But you never made it about yourself. No book deal, no political run, no moonwalker fashion brand. You let the moment belong to humanity, not just Neil. And that's the most powerful part. You didn't just make history. You made humility look heroic. When others talked, you listened. When others chased fame, you chose peace. Because you didn't need attention. You needed altitude. Flight. Purpose. Neil Armstrong didn't just take one small step. He showed us that the people who go the farthest are the ones who don't need to be seen doing it.